Alrighty, folks, check it out. So the markets are about to close in less than 2 minutes, and look at that. Everything is in the green right now. Actually, let me make my face a little bit smaller so you can actually see what's going on. Look at this. We have the S&P 500 up 0.6%. Same with, actually, I was going to say same with the Dow. The Dow's actually up 0.4%, but still in the green as the NASDAQ's up 1%, and we have the Russell up 0.75%. And that's crazy considering earlier in the day, the markets were down pretty big. I mean, not that much, but we did see a huge intraday drop earlier today. You guys can see SPY went from 402 to 396. That was a drop of about 1.5%, and we then, since then, we've recovered that, that entire loss pretty much. And triple Q, if I pull that up, you guys probably remember it was down about 1.7%. Let me actually clear the set so you guys can see it. It was down from 298 to 292, 1.8%, and now it's pretty much recovered that entire loss. So the markets are exploding here as we're about to close, heading into the last 20 seconds here of the session. Everything's in the green. We have the VIX down 5%. So let's pull up this 5-day chart on triple Q and SPY and see what's going on. Then we're going to break down some earnings that came out. So yes, markets did very well to close the day, but there's a big but here. Triple Q, and there goes the markets. Triple Q just closed under the intraday high. Yes, we recovered that entire loss, but the fact that we're still under the intraday high and we actually got rejected at that point and we dumped heading into the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of the session, that goes to show the bears still have a grip on these markets. It's not like we saw a full-on breakout. Let's say, we took the highs out from today, yesterday, and the previous day. We didn't get that. All we got was a relief rally into the close, right? And we simply just closed under the highs from today. Now, we did break the highs from yesterday, but not the day before that. So I guess it is a good sign we broke the highs from yesterday. But guys, to me, it's still very obvious that bears are still in charge on SPY or triple Q, which is what we just went over, and on SPY. Let me pull it up and show you guys. I mean, look. Downtrend still intact. If I zoom in a bit here, we still failed at the highs from earlier on SPY, which were right around 402. We just hit, 401. Then we dumped and closed a little bit over 400. So what do you guys think? I mean, it looks like to me bears still have a slight edge here, maybe more than a slight edge on the 5-day chart. That's just my opinion. And of course, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think as always. And tomorrow's going to be interesting, guys. Tomorrow's Friday, the last day of the week, the last trading day. So we're probably going to see some wild price action and we're going to get more direction, no doubt about it, tomorrow. So let's go over some earnings here, guys. We had a couple companies report in the morning, which we're going to break down now very quickly. I'm actually looking at them on my phone. And we have a couple that are about to report now after the bell as the markets just closed, which we'll talk about more in my next video. So if you guys have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys turn on that notification bell as well, because after the markets just closed, but in about 10 minutes from now, we're going to have Square report, Carvana, Mercado Libre, Warner Brothers Discovery, Beyond Meat, Intuit. So there's going to be a couple that we're going to break down later on today. But for now, let's cover some that reported this morning very, very quickly, starting off with Alibaba, which you guys can see had quite the volatile day. Well, maybe you can't see it on this time frame, but on the intraday chart, you'll be able to see it. Look at this. Alibaba in the morning was at 101. It dumped all the way down at 92. That was a 10% drop intraday, pretty much. Well, from the pre-market to that $92 drop. And it closed at 94. So we did see a little bit of a run heading into the close. So let's pull up the live news tab and see exactly what Alibaba did. So they did adjusted EPS of 279, which beat the 237 estimate. That's good. And they also beat on sales, $35.92 billion versus the $35.76 billion estimated. So it has to be a guidance thing, even if they didn't, or maybe they didn't give guidance. Let me see here. I'm actually not even seeing anything on guidance, but it looks like here they fired 4,000 workers in Q4, releasing close to 19,000 workers in full year 22. So talk about layoffs, guys. Even in China, even in these Chinese companies, they're doing layoffs, which is not surprising considering how awful their economy's been throughout, the past couple years due to the extensive lockdowns. Of course, the crackdown on these companies by, the Chinese government, which we're not going to get into in this video. But a lot of companies out there have been struggling. And it looks like Baba, they just beat on EPS and revenue. But the fact that they're cutting all these employees, They're trying to save on costs. I mean, they're definitely trying to weather the storm. That should tell you that they are trying to weather the storm, right? Which I guess is good, but it sucks for the people that lost their jobs, obviously. But either way, look at this. Alibaba is down about not $100, what am I saying? 23% from the recent high. So it's in a bear market again from 120 now down to $94. So yeah, it looks like trend is excuse me, guys, slowly breaking here on Alibaba. Let me actually get my water, by the way. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Looks like trend is slowly starting to break. You know, we're seeing a death cross. We're well under both moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. So yeah, I mean, this thing's approaching the last straw pretty much for the bulls, at least in the short term, 85, 90 bucks. If that's able to break on the downside, man, oh man, there's probably going to be more downside. We also had a Moderna report. Let me pull this up and briefly take a look at it here with you guys. My goodness, look at that. 6.7% red day for Moderna. Looks like they ended up doing $3.61 EPS, which missed the 468 estimated, so that missed by over $1. And sales came in at $5.08 billion, which beat the $5.02. So mixed bag earnings there, missed EPS, beat on revenue. And anything on guidance? They see $5 billion in COVID sales, yada, 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 yada. I'm not sure what the estimate is on that. But it looks clearly like the stock, the markets did not like these earnings. It is collapsing. We have a head and shoulders that's clear as day playing out. I mean, it probably already fully played out. Who knows? There could be more downside. I'm not going to play this probably because it's a falling knife. And again, there could be more downside in that right shoulder. So that's a quick little breakdown of Moderna. The next one that reported this morning, let's take a look at this quickly, guys. Domino's Pizza, which I told you guys a couple days ago when we talked about this initially. I used to eat Domino's Pizza all the time in college. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys out there probably did as well. Holy crap, this thing went down 12% on the day, $40 a share. That is unbelievable. So let's see what they did quickly. They ended up doing, where is it here? $1.39 billion revenue, $4.43 EPS, which beat the estimate, but revenue ended up missing. And they see, wow, they cut their 2-3 year outlook to 4 to 8% global retail sales growth, ex Forex, and prior guidance was 6 to 10% retail sales growth. So that's not good. They're cutting guidance. Of course, nobody likes to see that. Investors, traders hate that. And you can see we're pretty much at the lows from a couple months ago. If I had to guess, if I was a betting man, this probably takes the lows out. You know, the lows being 299, 300. We're at 307, guys. We're pretty much right there. We broke out of the wedge on the downside here. We broke down, rather. And it looks like a falling knife. I would not be too excited about Domino's, especially from a trading perspective, maybe from a long-term investment perspective, which I haven't done a full deep dive analysis into it. So I'm not going to say anything on that. Maybe I'll make a video on it. Maybe it's exciting, you know, from a long-term perspective. We'll see. But as a trade, I'm not touching it. It is a falling knife right now. Let's see what else reported today, guys. Before we wrap up the video, we had Nikola. Let's take a look at Nikola. I'm not going to dive into this one, really. But Nikola went down on the day. Oh, my God, $2 a share, guys. I'm not surprised. I mean, are you guys surprised? I'm not surprised. This thing's probably going to go bankrupt in reality. It looks like they beat EPS. Did they beat revenue? Probably not. $6 million in revenue. What a joke. I mean, and people were valuing this company in the billions, right? What a freaking joke. Yeah, Nikola, they're probably going to go bankrupt. And we also had Newmont report today, which I believe was in, was that yesterday? No, that was today, right? No, that was today. And it looks like they're increasing their dividend. New dividend framework. I got to look deeper into that. But it looks like they did Q4 EPS of 44 cents versus 46 cents. Estimated revenue $3.2 billion versus $3.11 billion. So they beat on that. And really, it looks like we have a head and shoulders playing out on this as well. So yeah, I'm not too excited about that until it starts to show a sign of a reversal, which we're not getting yet. So I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys, keeping it quick and simple for the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo and up to 12 stocks from Webull. It is free money, guys. Go to the link in my bio. Get your free money, and of course, all those links help out the channel. Feel free to join the Patreon as well. If you guys want to see all the moves I'm making in the Patreon portfolio, the Discord chat, you want access to that, my charts throughout the day as well on Patreon. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.